Welcome in, everybody, to the next episode of our Pokemon Violet Wonderlocke. I hope you guys are doing well today. As I mentioned, I'm going to be bulk recording a little bit, and so we are taking advantage and trying to get a lot done today. Now, in between episodes, I did kind of take a peek at movesets. I didn't do too much in terms of TMs, but I just did some move remembering, that kind of thing, just to get a good, basically a better moveset on some of our mons. They're still not perfect. I've got a lot of learning to do here, but I think we're in a better place. So really the biggest one here on Charizard is Flamethrower. No changes here on Corviknight. No changes here on Politoed, no changes here on Rillaboom, but then we did learn Trailblaze and Ice Fang for our Mamoswine here, so we actually have some pretty reasonable moves. I do want to, one thing I didn't do is take a look at some items, because technically speaking, we should have some really interesting items here. Now, I might be wrong, maybe I don't, but we can throw some things on here. Actually, no, that should be on Charizard. It doesn't matter too much, I suppose. So yeah, that's really it. All right, cool. So here's the deal, guys. In the previous episode, as you can tell, we obviously evolved a lot of our team. In fact, basically all of our team. And really at this point, we are going to be heading for this Team Star base, which is the Poison Crew. Now, I will say, I am not overly confident in the Poison Crew, but I think we'll be okay. I've taken a peek at the team. Definitely some interesting Pokemon, some ones that I'm not super stoked to be facing, but I think we'll be in reasonable shape regardless. So I think, I don't really know what the best ones to throw out are. I'm looking at maybe who we want to push into those top 3 slots as we kind of go through this. We'll make that the call. We'll see how this goes. All right, so let's hope that we can make it through this base without losing anybody. That is definitely key, because if we can, I think we're in really good shape for the next gym, which is actually Larry. And Larry is obviously normal type. And so in that gym, I'm really hoping that in particular Mousehold can do some work, because we do have the low sweep on Mousehold. We'll maybe check TMs and see what other kinds of things we can do, but I think there's actually a rival fight before that too. So anyway, one thing I do want to mention, there is technically an encounter to be had in here as well, but I think we're going to try and do the base first, and then maybe we'll take a peek at what that encounter will be. I do want to remind myself, it looks like level 46 and below we can keep, so we're actually getting pretty far as the encounters go, which is great. All right, so, that's not what I meant. All right, let's go into it, guys. Let's see how this goes. A little nervous. This is maybe the one I am most nervous for at the moment. But I think we'll be okay. Right? We got this. We're fine. Level-wise, we are in amazing shape. We've got quite a few Pokemon. Obviously, all of them are above the level 33 that we're maxed out to see. So I feel pretty good about where we are at. It's really just a matter of making sure that we are smart with our plays as we go into this one. So let's get those fingers crossed and see what we can do here, guys. I believe in us. I think we can do it. We've had a pretty good run thus far. I'm really excited about this one because I think, this isn't a hardcore Nuzlocke, anything like that, but I feel like we're in really good shape to take this one down. So that's my hope. It kind of took us a while to get the team in order, I will say that, but I think we're good now. So let's see what we can do, guys. Obviously, we've got this battle to kick things off, which is fine. Look at Mamoswine looking just, lovely. I'm just gonna Ice Fang. That does so much damage. That's so good. I love Mamoswine. I'm really excited to be using it. I like his little tail. Look at it. It's so cute. Oh, it's so adorable. All right. Definitely a bulky Gulpin, but we should be fine to take this thing out. Yeah, no problem there. Awesome. I don't think we're gonna get any levels here. We've obviously got quite a ways to go before we get any levels, but we're fine, I think. Charizard being evolved here is really going to help us out against the Revarooms. There are obviously 2 of them in this one, so we're really going to be, I hope, in good shape against those. And then, of course, Mousehold doing its job as well. Skuntank is the first Pokemon from Atticus, so it might be that we need to lead Mousehold. I don't know. We'll see. A little worried about that because it does have Toxic. Toxic is really annoying, but we'll see what we can do. We need to be really careful against these Revarooms because one of them in particular does have Flame Charge. Bulldoze is also on the other one, so there's actually some really scary moves, actually. Not looking forward to that. All right. Let's do it, guys. Woo, fingers crossed. I mean, I think we'll be fine, but again, I just want to be very safe here. This is obviously a little scary. And then afterwards, again, we'll take out, or we'll hope to grab an encounter, but I want to see if we can make it through this reasonably first. So let's do that. Guys, thank you again so much. I've mentioned this in most every episode, but I have to say it means the world to me that you guys are here. You guys have really done a great job of just supporting the channel and all that. We've gotten a lot of new folks in as well, which is pretty awesome. And so I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody. It means the world to me. And it's great to have you guys here. It really is. It's such a pleasure to see some new folks jumping in, but then of course also getting a lot of support from people who've been here for quite some time. It's really cool to see everybody here. So thank you all very much. And let's keep taking these guys out. We should be okay here. I don't see too many issues with the mass battle piece of this. I think we should be fine. Go get him, Corviknight. I love that we got all of our Pokemon evolved. That's such a big game changer, honestly. Here we go. Let's get a couple of these guys out of here. Yes, easy. There we go. Last few, I think, will be right over here. Should be able to take them out. I really like our team now. For a while, I was like a little lackluster about our team, I'm gonna be honest. Only because so many of them were like kind of not where they needed to be. But I feel like now, man, we are in great shape. There we go, guys. Took them out. No problems at all. As we expected. But here is the big battle. So, a little nervous about this, like I said, but I think we should be okay. The Skuntank is gonna be first here. And I think we have our Mamoswine out front, so we'll see how this goes. Mamoswine we are not gonna be using against the Revarooms at all, but I think Charizard should be able to handle those two. The Iron Head is a little scary, and Spin Out, of course. It's pretty hefty attack, so we'll see what we can do. Thankfully, the special defense is pretty low on both the Revarooms, and we are more on the special end of our Charizard. We've got Flamethrower on there to handle these guys, so I think we'll be okay there, but it's definitely, honestly, the Muck might be the scariest Pokemon just because it's so bulky. I guess physically not quite as much, but it's still a pretty bulky bond. Also, look how freaking cool Atticus is. So jealous how cool he is. All right, Mamoswine, let's go. This thing's defense is pretty low. It's a bulky bomb because of the HP, and it does have Sucker Punch. It also has Toxic, so we are gonna have to be a little careful in that regard. I am just gonna Ice Fang and see how much this does. It's gonna outspeed, and it is gonna Toxic. Not a huge surprise that it outspeeds. Mamoswine's pretty slow, but Ice Fang might do a chunk to this. Yeah, that's pretty good damage. Now, the Toxic is going to do some to us, and Venoshock is almost assuredly coming through. I think we should be okay to Ice Fang once more. No, it's going to Sucker Punch. Wow. Okay. That's kind of fine. If we can get it low enough, we can actually Ice Shard to maybe... Oh, we flinched. Oh, come on. All right. Well, I was hoping we could get one more Ice Fang off on this thing. Obviously, it did not work, which is very annoying, but let's see. I do want to save. I'm just going to go into the Corviknight here. If it goes for Toxic or Venoshock, I don't think it's going to work. So really, Sucker Punch is the only thing it can do to us. It's gonna use the Sucker Punch, but it failed. Okay, that's huge, actually. Part of me just wants to Hone Claws. I'm just gonna Drill Peck here. It literally has to Sucker Punch. That does a chunk, actually, and it's getting the flinch again. Are you serious? Why? Please don't flinch. Okay, we do get the Drill Peck off. That's huge. Did not take it out, so we really have to hope that this Drill Peck does it, and we don't flinch again. There we go. All right, Skuntank is down. Was a little concerned about Skuntank, I'm not gonna lie, but I don't actually think the Muck can touch us. It's gonna send out the Reverum. Okay, so perfect. I think we just go Charizard here, and we just Flamethrower away. So to be clear, the Muck only has 2 moves, Sludge Wave and Mud Slap. I don't think either one of those can actually touch our Corviknight, so we are in pretty reasonable shape there. The Skuntank being dead is huge, because now we can pretty safely just Flamethrower everything on the team. We knock it out in a single hit. Come on, that is amazing. All right, so now I'm gonna assume the other Reverum? No, it's the Muck. Okay, I'm gonna switch back into Corviknight here. And again, we should be pretty safe here. I don't think this thing can do anything to us. And again, we're hitting on the physical side too, so this should be a pretty good matchup for us. Muck is also really slow. No items to speak of. I think we're in good shape. I'm gonna Drill Peck, and we're just gonna see what happens. Okay. Just gonna Sludge Wave. Let's make sure, yeah, it doesn't affect us. Mud Slap doesn't either. This is such the perfect Pokemon. I'm so glad we got our full team leveled up here. This is such a flex. We literally just get to Drill Peck away. And then Charizard is gonna come out and hopefully handle this last Reverum. And again, we should be in great shape after that. Look at this, guys. We are just sweeping through. This feels so good. All right, so do we get the opportunity to swap out is my question. I don't think we do yet. No, we don't. All right, it is level 32. I am just going into this. Now this is saying it's not, so I guess it's just pure poison type in terms of, okay, it's gonna Flame Charge, that's fine. So it is gonna get a speed boost here, which is definitely worthwhile, but I think we are okay. I'm gonna Terra. I'm just gonna go for max damage here, guys. We're just gonna Terra into fire. We're gonna Flamethrower, maybe get the burn if we don't knock it out in one shot. I don't think we will, because I think the other one registered as Steel Poison, whereas I think this one is just basically a Terra type of poison, excuse me, if that makes sense. I think that's kind of how it works. So we'll see. I'm not 100%, but obviously we could tell already that Flamethrower is not going to be super effective. So regardless, this should do a chunk. Not as much as I thought. Interesting. Okay, well, I mean, I think we just keep up with it though. We are gonna have to make a swap here. We're in the rain, I guess, too, huh? Is it technically rain? I technically don't know if it's rain. Can we get a burn? No burn. All right. So we can go into our Politoed here. Let's do it. Let's just do the thing. We're gonna Mudshot the heck out of this thing. It is super effective, which is nice, but I don't think it's gonna do too much. I'm more worried about how much it does to us. There's the Noxious Torque. Okay, we're good. I'm gonna Mudshot. So we're only gonna get one off here, but that should, please hit. Are you serious? Oh, that's so annoying. I'm not gonna risk it here, guys, I don't think. Or am I? Honestly, we might kind of have to, huh? Oh, wait. This isn't a hardcore Nuzlocke. Haha! Thank you for not being a hardcore Nuzlocke. I totally forgot we could just do this. Oh, I was treating it somewhat like a hardcore Nuzlocke in the sense that I wasn't doing that, but that was huge. Okay, never mind. We're good. Let's just, please hit. Please hit, please hit, please hit this time. Yes, all right. That did nothing. Wow. Okay, so we do get a speed drop though. That's actually huge. I'm playing it so safe, guys. I do not care. Recognizing that I think we can live one more Noxious Torque, but I don't want to risk it. I don't think it's safe to do that. It could crit. I'm more curious now if we actually outspeed, because if we do outspeed, that's huge. Let's see. Not yet. These things are really fast. Their speed is sitting at 90, so like it's gonna take a lot. It also had a flame charge up, so I was never thinking we were gonna outspeed yet, but obviously worth maybe trying for. All right, let's Hyper Potion. I really thought we would do more damage with Charizard on this thing. Recognizing that it wasn't going to be super effective, but I thought we'd do more, to be honest. It gets the poison. Oh no. That's huge, actually. Don't love that. Do we have full restores? We don't have full restores, do we? I'm just gonna Mud Shot. There's the Noxious Torque. Okay, we should live with the poison still. Okay, Mud Shot's gonna come in the red. Speed's dropping again, that's huge. All right, we're at 18. I am going to definitely heal up. This is actually a tough battle. You can see now why I was nervous about this one, guys. I'll be honest. This is a fair point. All right, just gonna keep up with the Noxious Torque. The poison already is fine. That's not great, but it's fine. I'm just gonna try it. Please don't get too low. 26, we should be able to still live. It still is outspeeding. Oh, yes! Yes, come on. Oh my gosh, that's huge. I thought it was gonna live on like 1. I'll be honest, I was sold that it was gonna be living. Oh! Let us mark this as a win for Team Lucky, guys. That was a tough battle, I'm not gonna lie. That was very terrifying, but we did it. Let's add another notch on Starfall Street, guys. That is huge. That is really, really awesome. You know what I'm gonna have? A little animal cracker. That's such a loud crunch. I'm so sorry. I feel so good about this. I'm so happy we got the win. So here's a question. Ooh. Okay, Nimona is looking pretty scary in this upcoming battle here, guys. So in Medali is our next battle with well, a lot of next for us. First of which is gonna be our rival battle, and then it's actually going to be a gym battle, but the rival actually looks scarier than the gym fight. So we'll see how that goes. First and foremost, before we get an encounter here, guys, we absolutely are healing up. I'm not risking it, but I do want to grab an encounter before we leave this area. And then I think at that point we just fly to Medali. I think we've already been there, so it should be a quick fly. And then we'll take on our rival. Which should be interesting. One thing I haven't done is, since the beginning of the game, gone back to the school, recognizing that there's actually an encounter you can get if you do all of, I think it's biology. Is it the Berserker or Galarian Meowth, whatever, the little cat guy you actually get by doing, I think it's biology. But I'm actually not that concerned about it, honestly. It would be a new encounter for us, technically, so maybe it's something I do, but just going through the classes is not really the most fun thing to watch, and so I didn't really want to focus up on that when it comes to specifically going through, you know, this part of the game. It's not super fun to watch classes, so I am not reading what they're saying at all. All right. Let me see too. So there's that Team Star. Oh no, excuse me. That is not a Team Star. There's Team Star and then there's Team Star. Okay, so there's 2 more. So we're actually over the hump when it comes to Team Star bases. And I just mean we've gotten 3 out of the 5. And then we're actually about to jump into our 5th badge too on Victory Road. And then after that is the Iron Treads fight, actually, which, oh no, excuse me, there's 2 back-to-back gym battles. This is going to be interesting. The ghost type gym is a little scary. We do have knockoff on Rillaboom, which is super helpful. But that's actually a really terrifying team. Bayonet, Mimikyu, the Houndstone, I think is its name. It's the evolved form. Yeah, Houndstone. And then Toxtricity with the Terra Ghost. Definitely a scary group, but I think we should be okay. The Toxtricity is nice actually because we now have a ground type, so feeling pretty good about that. But guys, this is a great episode. It may be that we actually don't get to our rival battle in this episode only because we're kind of running up on 21 minutes already, which is crazy. But I tell you what, let's not grab an encounter yet. Let's just grab this TM. Ooh, Toxic Spikes is freaking awesome. Oh, I'm so stoked about that. All right, I'm gonna fly over here. We're gonna heal up. We're gonna lead Mousehold into whatever encounter we get because we should be able to Super Fang, and that's just gonna knock things down pretty easily for us. And I don't think there's anything too crazy in here, so it should be a pretty easy catch. I hope. We'll see. But. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you, Nurse Joy. You're just the best. All right. Let's head in, guys. Let's make sure Mousehold is up front here. Level 35. Sitting pretty good. All right. Excuse me. That animal cracker gave me a little burp there. Just gonna grab some items here. Might as well. A leaf stone. I will take it. What are you? What are you? Oh, you're a Greedent. I'm just gonna grab this little guy. Let's see if we can catch it. What level are you? 27. Perfect. Let's Super Fang you. What? Why? Why avoid the attack? Honestly, like, and it gets the parrot. What is happening? What? Oh, guys. Stop avoiding. Are you serious? What is happening? That's so silly. Just hit. Thank you. That's so dumb. Guys, I did want to, while we actually catch this thing, I wanted to actually talk about, because I know I've mentioned that we did it, but I don't think I actually talked about how it went as much. My wife and I shot a wedding. We did photos for the wedding. One of the ceremony things that they did. It was kind of a big wedding, but it was her cousin who got married. And we actually did shoot some of the Friday events, which it consisted of a ceremony where they actually did get married and then also a bit of a welcome party thing. And it was really, really fun. We had a great time. They were so nice in complimenting us. So after the fact, they texted us completely unprompted. It was like a couple days after the fact. They actually were kind enough to just text us and say, we were just talking about it and you guys should definitely start a side gig doing photos for things like this. And it was funny because my wife and I actually did at one point kind of mention, hey, it'd be really fun, you know, as we get more experience with it and that kind of thing, to do this as a side gig, but we didn't want to assume we were good enough to do it, right? Like that felt a little like presumptuous on our end. But after they sent that text, we were like, you know what? Maybe we could just like sort of get things moving, not jump into like doing it as a full-time side gig, or I say a full-time side gig, you know what I mean? But just at least like getting some of the groundwork laid for what that could look like. And so I actually jumped on making a website for it. And while I'm not very, like, it's not live yet, you guys can't see it, nothing like that. It is something that I kind of want to maybe pursue in the future. And I think it'd be really fun. Like, it was a blast taking photos together. Like, we did a great job. in my opinion. Now, obviously, there's always a lot to learn. Oh, no, that's not what I meant. But, you know, for our first time working together in that capacity, and of course, being, you know, husband and wife, it was really fun. And Caitlin, my wife, her name is Caitlin, she was incredible when it came to handling the people aspects, like telling people, hey, let's move your arm here, or let's look at me, let's do this. Like, she was just incredible. And it was such a pleasure to watch her do that, and it let her be camera A where I could be camera B. Now, I have a little more experience in taking photos just because I've done it longer. That doesn't mean I'm better. She actually was very, very good. And so I thought it was just an absolute amazing time being able to work together and do that. It was so fun. Looks like we got a golem here. We might be able to keep this. I don't know. It's shiny. It's a Hackmon. Probably not going to be able to keep this. Again, guys, 46 is the highest level that we can keep. Anything below that we do get to keep, but anything above that we cannot. Looks like somebody already stole the items, so we're just going to have to send this one back. Hopefully, either finding a Hackmon with a great item that we can just yoink off of there, or just a Mon that we can use. That's all I care about, guys. And I think this will be a great end to the episode, just seeing what this latest encounter is going to be. I think that will be perfect. And then next episode, we will take on, I think Medali is really the next place to go, guys. It's going to be a big episode next time between the rival fight and then, of course, Larry. It's a Pokeball. It's a Weepinbell. So that's interesting. We did just pick up a Leaf Stone as well. That's a fun name. I'm curious. I'm very curious to see what level this actually is. It's level 13. We get to keep it, guys. That is a Mon for us to keep, which we can actually get evolved, which is pretty cool. So I'm very happy with that in a weird way. I like Weepinbell a lot. I think it's a pretty fun Pokemon. It's a little lackluster in some cases, but I think it'll be just fine. All right, so what I am gonna do is I'm gonna fly just outside of Medali West here. We are gonna save the game and we are gonna call it a day. But I think this was a hugely productive episode. I really do. This was a great one. We got another Team Star base taken down. That does get us over the hump, as I said. So we're 3 in out of 5, I believe. And so we're doing really well there. And then next time we should be able to make some more progress. I'm really excited about it, guys. We're kind of pushing through this game. I will say we're doing a lot on this one. So wish us luck, guys. In the next episode, we are going to be taking on Medali, hopefully getting another gym badge and a win against our rival. And then after that, guys, we'll see what happens. Hopefully some new encounters as well. But I love you all so much. Thank you for just being here, being a part of this series. It means the world to me. And I will see you guys in the next episode.